Cartoons.
And more, might adopt it. Fit and more.
You're watching Established Chernobyl.
That answers your question.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to our 31 Days of Disneycember. Sorry I'm very late today. So today we're going to take a look at the top 10 Disney movies that feel like a fever dream. So, let's get to it! Woohoo! That still's got dreams come true, isn't it?
Drink me.
Drink me.
Is Mojo, and today
That's
we're
still
counting down our
on
picks
my
for the
tree
crazy and
now.
colorful Disney movies that had us questioning what we were watching. Come with me. Your friends can stay here. We'll be including both live action and animated features. Number 10, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
There's Dumbo. I know it's a really hard to believe to tell an animated story in live action coming up.
It was always a weird concept to have live action and animated
They're
characters
conditional.
interacting on screen, but Disney audiences embrace the art form. Think classics like Mary Poppins, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, or Pete's Dragon. However, unlike its predecessors, Who Framed Roger Rabbit acknowledges that half
That
of
sounds
the
like
cast are
good old
cartoons
cartoony
and
stuff
actually
in the
builds
world.
plot around it.
Finally happens to me too.
Looking at a woman looking the way you do.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Set in an alternative version of the golden age of Hollywood, the movie depicts humans and toons as coexisting factions, with adult problems and prejudices.
That's a very good
It's all
cartoony
sensory
stuff
overload,
like
and the
anyways.
bad guy is the stuff of
Sales
nightmares.
popular now.
When I kill your brother, I talk.
Number 9, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. The Wind in the Willows and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow aren't exactly a match made in heaven. Nevertheless,
Still got
back
the
in
good
40s,
stories
someone
coming
thought
by.
to pair them up and make a kids movie. It's not a crossover, just a double feature, but still an unusual combo.
You see? That's a good double feature on that
The
time.
Mr. Toad segment comes first, narrated by the classic British actor Basil
go
Rathbone.
close.
It definitely has its moments, but it doesn't prepare you for what comes next. In Sleepy Hollow,
Very
scares and
Halloween-y.
silliness abound as the Headless Horseman rides out. The Spectre's high-pitched laugh is especially unnerving, but never fear, there are songs from Bing Crosby to lighten the mood. Number 8, Make Mine Music. Like Fantasia, Make Mine Music is a collection of unconnected short
Make
films set to
Mine
music.
Music.
Disney did a lot of this kind of thing in the 1940s, as most of the studio staff had been drafted into the war effort.
Man, that's still most of the time.
Everybody's happy except the wolf.
The individual stories in the anthology are a bizarre
Still
selection.
got a lot of
From
music
classical
to my
ballet to
traditional.
teenagers at the malt shop, to a high-stakes baseball game, to two hats who fall in love, there doesn't seem to be any underlying point.
Johnny would serenade Alice. Tooralay, tooralai, tooraloo.
It's fun though, and the animation is clever and colorful. The final story
That's
is the pièce de
clever
résistance,
now.
a tragic tale of an operatic whale.
Still
It's
got
as
an
surreal
enormous
as it sounds,
whale.
but also genuinely heartbreaking.
Still gigantic. Singing whales. How
elevator, aren't you?
Number 7.
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
This collection of charming tales isn't too strange at first glance. We say hello again to our favorite cuddly characters as 3 featurettes come together in one grand narrative.
Now, obviously, this situation calls for an expert.
That sounds a little bit epic-y.
Somebody call for an excavation expert.
Still got the good movies, though.
The movie features several weird meta moments.
Pretty
that
good
go
Disney
first.
do-over,
The narrator
huh?
gets involved to help out a character
Very
in
sticky.
Hey, who are you? I'm the narrator. Oh, well, please, for goodness sakes, narrate me down from here. Very well. Hold on tight.
And who could forget the Heffalumps and Woozle sequence? That wasn't
Heffalumps
meta so much as
and
it was just
Woozles.
insane.
You
These
mean
smiling,
elephants
psychedelic
and
creatures are
weasels?
Pooh's biggest fear, and they terrified
Sounds
us
like a
too,
ferocious
although it's hard to
time.
say why. The accompanying song was written by the Sherman Brothers, who are also responsible for the It's a Small World theme song. So things are making sense.
Ones and twos, but if they so choose, before your eyes you'll see them multiply. Plum.
Number 6, The Shaggy DA. Disney's 1959 movie, The
The
Shaggy,
Shaggy
Dog, tells
Dog.
the story of a boy who's cursed by an ancient ring, which causes him to transform into an old English sheepdog. Weird though it was, the audience rolled with it. and
Pretty
film
weird
success spawned
looking
a sequel
dog.
17 years later.
You're getting a little gray, Dad.
Fellow citizens,
The Shaggy Dog. Still looks weird, is it?
In The Shaggy DA,
Still got transformed into a dog. Very
he's also
cute.
practicing law and taking on corruption in the government.
come election day, you can vote those
Sounds a little bit fuzzy.
respectability of this community.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Daniels.
The special effects are memorable, to say the least, especially the dog transformations, which are a joy to behold.
Still got the
This
dog
madcap adventure
transformation,
is
huh?
delightfully random and filled with hilarious set pieces that will make you question your sanity. It's loads of fun, though.
Why didn't you tell me you could skate? Boy, this is a real showstopper. A dog that talks and sings, skates, drives.
Number 5, The Black Cauldron. Based on the chronicles of Prydain novels and steeped in Welsh mythology, The Black Cauldron is one of Disney's darkest animated films. It's also totally bizarre.
Too much darkness.
Stay on your heart. Pray now. Those thoughts impart.
For one thing, the entire plot revolves around a pig who has visions. Then there's the terrifying Horned King, who plans to take over the world by capturing said pig and harnessing her powers.
arise, my messengers of death. Our time has arrived.
There's something about the 80s style of animation, combined with the medieval fantasy setting, that creates a real sense of unease. The characters and the storyline are unpredictable. And what is Gurgi
This is
actually
very
supposed to be?
unbelievable.
You're charming. And pungent, too.
Number 4, Fantasia. In which Disney film can you find mushrooms, hippos, broomsticks, and evil spirits all dancing to a soundtrack of classical music? It's Fantasia, of course.
So our picture opens with a series of impressions of the conductor and the players. Then the music begins to suggest other things to your imagination.
The 1940 anthology film has dazzled and terrified children for decades.
This is
and we couldn't
unbelievable
omit
for
it
the
from this list.
Fantasia.
Segments featuring fairies and centaurs
cute.
are an explosion of color and creativity, but sometimes the
Still
epic
very
scale of the
mythical.
music takes the animation to a darker place. The most famous sequence, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, features everyone's favorite mouse, but has a real sense of threat, and the night on
Everyone
Bald
has
Mountain
just
is
a little bit
nothing short of
mythical.
horrifying. Then there's Fantasia 2000, a fitting homage to the original with equal fever dream potential. Number 3, the Brave Little Toaster franchise. A toaster, a radio, a lampstand, an electric blanket, and a vacuum cleaner set out on an adventure to find their missing
Still got
owner.
amazing on an
Does this sound
adventure,
like the plot
huh?
of a Disney movie or a
That
nonsensical
still
dream
got
you
the
once
plot
had?
now.
If that wasn't strange enough, there's also The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. In the sequel, all our favorite appliances travel into space after their little master, as they refer to him, is accidentally transported to
It's
the
a
red
baby.
Are you telling us that you can actually come up with a way to get us to Mars?
Of course. Going to Mars is easy.
The Club Med in Cancun this time of year would take some wrangling.
There, the gang meet an army of discarded items under the command of a giant fridge.
How very
who is planning to
cutable.
blow up the Earth. It all
Still
makes
got them
sense when
now
you
on
were a
Mars,
kid.
huh?
Don't waste time reattaching me to the ceiling. Just leave me on the floor, please.
Number 2, Return to Oz.
This electrical marvel will make it possible for you to sleep again. And it will also get rid of all those bad waking
Still
dreams
accessible.
that you've been telling me about.
Whatever
dreams
possessed
are gonna
Disney to
die.
take the 1930s classic The Wizard of Oz and twist it into something dark and disturbing, we'll never know. It's not exactly their brand. However, the vibe is arguably closer to the original books, and the movie has become a cult classic.
Where's the Scarecrow? And what's happened to the Emerald City?
Answer her.
After her aunt and uncle dump Dorothy in a psychiatric hospital, she narrowly avoids electric shock treatment and escapes to an Oz that has fallen to evil forces. Anyone who was exposed to Return to Oz as a child will know the terror of the Wheelers and the head-swapping Princess Mombi. Even Dorothy's friends have nightmare potential.
The pumpkin head? Very
Before we
spooky.
continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Alice in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll's Alice novels have enchanted readers throughout the years, and it's their weirdness that
Ooh,
makes
that's a
them
very
wonderful.
good old
There have been
years,
multiple
huh?
adaptations of the story. Each story is
How
surreal
very
and nonsensical.
awesome-able.
Disney's 1951 version is no
Still
exception.
very my own town.
To this I shall think nothing of falling downstairs.
From the Caterpillar to the Queen of Hearts, the Mad Hatter to the Cheshire Cat, we know what to
catastrophe.
expect from Carol's quirky characters, yet every scene still has a strange dreamlike quality that turns reality on its head.
Can you stand on your head?
Alice in Wonderland is a brightly colored onslaught to the senses, but don't try to make it make sense.
Yep.
You have to embrace
I know Alice in
the
Wonderland is the number one movie in all times, huh?
Help that. Most everyone's mad here.
What was the weirdest Disney film you watched as a kid?
Well, I think that's it for now. See you next time.
Oh, it's over. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it, folks. Bye-bye.
Rocket, rocket, bye.